Sparks, welcome back to Spark Plug TV. Hi, my name's Chris. You may know me from the popular YouTube series called Spark Plug TV. Before I get started, I would just like to remind you to please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And definitely don't forget to smash that bell icon so that you can get updates on whenever I upload a new video. Now, Turo, let me level with you. I need a sponsorship. And today I've rented said Kia from Turo. It's a great car rental service that actually supports local entrepreneurs that want to have their own car rental company. I've actually reached out to the influencer team at Turo, and hopefully somebody will respond. So, not to be redundant, like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that I can have them as a sponsor. Because this is becoming really costly. Thank you. So the first time I ever drove a Kia was a top-of-the-line 2015 Kia Optima, and at the time I was pleasantly surprised by it. But prior to that, I was victim to the passenger seat of a 2012 Kia Rio, and there was nothing pleasant or surprising about it. Enough about the past though, because denying the now that is the 2021 Kia K5 is damn near impossible. Replacement to its drab predecessor, the Kia Optima, the K5 has been introduced into the standard mid-size sedan segment just in time to shake it up before the public loses interest in sedans entirely. Not me though, because I love a good saloon, and this is a great saloon. The K5 comes in 5 models, with the base model LX MSRP of $23,000 and can be optioned up to the GT's MSRP of $30,000. Right smack dab in the middle though is this model, the Kia K5 GT line. You get all the creature comforts, sportiness, and upgrades that you would get in the GT, but the only difference is the engine. Interestingly, however, the LXS trim and the GT line are the only 2 trims that offer the all-wheel drive drivetrain. You would think they would put that in the GT, but sadly, it's only front-wheel drive. And that's a lot of power for a front-wheel drive car because the GT is actually 300 horsepower in comparison to this. Excluding the GT, which has a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, the other 4 trims have a 1.6-liter turbocharged inline-4 and an 8-speed automatic transmission. And thank God for that transmission, because in doing research on this car, I was bracing for yet another Asian automaker to spit out another car with a bogus CVT transmission. Sorry, Elantra, I love you, girl. Engine output is pretty standard for this segment with 180 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. In terms of EPA ratings, it does have a combined EPA score of 31 miles per gallon and a whopping 37 on the highway. I did read somewhere that it got up into the 40s on an actual test, but according to Kia, it's 37 and 27 in the city. It's pretty good for something that's not hybrid. The base engine does 0 to 60 in 7 seconds and tops out at 128 miles per hour. She may look fast, but I guess looks can be deceiving. Surprisingly enough, dimensionally speaking, there's not much difference between the K5 and the Optima. The ground clearance is about the same at 5.3 inches. The only difference between the K5 and the Optima is that the K5 is 2 inches longer and 1 inch shorter. A lot of car makers these days make the front ends extremely long, the front grille extremely huge, even though the technology has come so far to the point that air intakes don't require that much air taken in. Point being, I'm glad that the front end is actually a more narrow stance. It adds to the aggression that is the low-sitting, wide stance of this vehicle. The front end is actually my favorite part of this car. It's so sexy. I mean, this is what the Optima wish it could have been, you know? This is the glow up that we all needed and didn't even ask for. I mean, how could you deny this LED light? It is so unique in its shape and its color. Kia is starting to put orange LED running lights instead of the white ones on their K5 models as well as their Tellurides. The only thing I don't really like is this kind of like fake scoop. I mean, what is the point of this scoop if there's nothing going in? It's so hot outside, I thought I'd take a little rest and tell you about these rims. So, these are the 18-inch rims that come optional with the K5. The standard model gets the 16-inch option, and the actual GT model gets the 19-inch option. I actually like these rims though. The overall shape of the K5 is actually really interesting to me. Kind of got this pseudo hatchback look to it that a lot of the new saloons have. This one, however, isn't actually a hatchback, as it does have a regular trunk. So when I first laid eyes upon the Kia K5 a couple of months ago, I was shooketh by the front end. I thought the front end was the coolest looking thing I've ever seen. And then I saw it pass by me and I was like, oh, okay, why did they forget about the back? But now in being with this car for a couple of hours, I actually do kind of see what they did. Of course, being that it's 2021, there's the light bar. You know, there's no surprise there. But the only difference with this light bar is that these lights are actually segmented to kind of give it a more, unique look, I guess, to the standard light bar. That is the literal standard in the industry right now. But I don't think I give this back end enough credit as I should, because they do kind of make this an oval shape right here, kind of complement the back. But I do think that the back end looks a lot better with the lights on. Don't understand what companies are so interested with these aerodynamic scoops that don't actually do anything. These are supposed to represent quad exhaust, but there are no exhausts. The exhaust is literally right down here underneath the car.
Ha ha, laugh, funny.
That's funny?
To me, it's funny. Yeah, do you have a sense of humor?
I do like the splitter aspect of it. The splitter does give it kind of a more sportier look, but it's I don't know. Let's talk features, front seat, and whatever else I can think of. The K5 has all of the standard features that you would come to expect in a modern standard midsize sedan. It comes with an 8-inch infotainment screen with wireless CarPlay. You can option it up to the 10-inch screen, but from reviews I've read online, apparently the 10-inch screen doesn't come with the wireless CarPlay. This comes with a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as a wireless phone charger for your convenience. It also does have a little reticle light to let you know that it's on. You've got 2 USB chargers up front, 2 USB chargers in the back. I've counted 4 or 5 different materials for the interior. You've got this leather-like dashboard, this silver color, and then this scratchy kind of sounding plastic, as well as this harder plastic. Nobody likes the harder plastic, but this is a standard car. It's not a luxury car. There's not much you can do about the standard plastic that is in most of these cars. Some other features of the Kia include the lane keep assist, steering pilot, as well as the radar guided cruise control, and the blind spot monitoring system. You do have different drive modes that you can select. There's custom, sport, normal, and smart. The smart include the eco as well as the normal and the sport, depending on how you drive. Just like most cars these days, this does have a dual zone climate control with the auto fan speed that you can choose from low, medium, and high, depending on how you like your automatic fan speed. But yeah, since this is a sister company to Hyundai, it does share the same font styling, the same button styling, the same infotainment screen style. It's pretty intuitive. Everything is intuitive. The touchscreen is responsive. Yeah, it's a comfortable car. There's no complaints here. Some other features are the power front seat, as well as the panoramic roof with the humongous sunroof that opens up. The one thing I'm surprised that it doesn't have is the auto dimming rear view mirror. You've got this standard rear view mirror. So today I'm going to start out in normal mode. This is technically considered to be a touring kind of car. It's not meant to be like a sports car kind of thing. It does have a sport mode, and the difference between the normal and the sport mode is that the steering does actually stiffen up when you put it into sport mode, and of course it puts the RPMs at a higher rate as opposed to the normal mode. I don't think that this is as luxurious as people like to make it out to be, but I do think that the Kia and the Hyundais of the world are slowly catching up. As I said in the beginning of my video, when I first rode in a Kia, I was like, oh god, okay, this is a car, but I do need to give Kia more credit than I am right now, in the sense that it's a lot nicer than it used to be. I think it's interesting, again, that their mid-size sedan does have a half digital, half analog gauge cluster, whereas say for example my smaller size Elantra has a fully digital gauge cluster. The other thing is that the Kia emblem in the newest 2022 models has changed to their newer badge and has foregone the Kia emblem that we all know and love, or despise, depending on who you are. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into sport mode, stiffen the steering, and try to whip it around this corner. Yeah, that's pretty good. I enjoy it. It's a little harder to kind of keep it under control because it's a front wheel drive. Yeah, I mean, again, not to be redundant, but a lot of the features are similar and synonymous with the Elantra, including the lane keep assist as well as the steering pilot. It's the same icons, it's the same sounds, same type of feel. Definitely leans into the corner because it's a lot bigger. I'm gonna go around this corner. It handles handles it pretty well, but you can feel that it leans into the corner because it's a lot heavier than most. Having the stiffer steering wheel does make it a lot easier to whip it. Alright, well, it's time for final thoughts. Yeah, I like the car. I think it's a great touring car. I don't think that it's meant for throwing it around corners. I think that if you were to get the 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, that would actually deter buyers from buying it, because I don't think that they're buying this for the, you know, hyper speed. This isn't a Porsche, this isn't a BMW, this is a Kia. They want something that's affordable, economical, that's redundant, but they also want something that's, you know, a little bit classier than most. I mean, because to be honest, the American cars in this segment are god-awful, boring, terrible. I should review one, honestly, because I feel like every car that I've reviewed so far is like, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I like this. No, this is cute. No, but I want to review something that I'm like, this is gross. Because I like this. I think this would be a great, you know, everyday daily driver. I think this is a lot roomier. I should honestly trade in my Elantra for this because I fit in it better. It's a lot more handsome looking, and it's a nice ride. It's comfortable enough. It's everything that you really need, you know? I mean, especially for a daily driver. So thanks a lot for watching today's video. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below something nice, please. And check out my GoFundMe page and my Instagram. I've got all of that linked in my general description. And till next time, Sparks, see ya. Hey Sparks, thanks for watching today's video. If you want more Sparkplug TV content, click right here. I feel like Vanna White. Pick a vowel. Any vowel.